I'm going to explain about functions. Functions in C. Basically, functions are nothing but a module of some statements. So it comes under modular programming. Function is a structural programming language as well as procedural programming language. So functions are part of the C programming. So let me explain the syntax of the function. Not bad. Then it is first the return type. First I will give an example, then I will use syntax. Void and function name is hi. Your code is here, fine. And let me give the syntax. It is return type and the name of the function. And parameters list. Parameters. Then open bracket and close bracket. Your statements will be here. Fine. This is the syntax and this is the example of functions. So let me come up with a program for that so that you can understand clearly. Fine. New project. Select the new project. Then go to console application. Click on go. Next. See. Project name is functions. So I got a C file over here. Fine. This is not basically used. So far, this is the hello program created by the code block software. Now I will create a function. See, functions can be created either under the header files or at last after the main. It can be written before the main, after the main. But there is one thing. If you return before the main whole function and its implementation, it can be called directly. If you want to implement the function after the main function, then you need to give here the header. So first I will implement the function itself here and I will show the second type. This is the first type, think like that. Fine. And I will create a function here, void hi. Just printf hi. Fine. Then just this is main function, and after that this is the syntax of calling the function. So just listen here, this is the implementation of the function and this is the calling of the function. So before calling here you need to implement the function here. So okay, fine. Here the function is called, so it is the pointer when comes here, when the execution comes here, the sequence changes to here. The execution goes here and it will execute all the statements and comes here and it will go to the next statement. So let me show you the output of this and you can understand it better. Fine, it's going to execute. See the output is, this is the main function and hi. So what happened here exactly is, first this statement is executed, then hi is encountered and it goes to the implementation, then printf hi is executed, then it returns back to the same address, and after that return statement is executed. This is what here done. Okay, now I will debug and you can understand clearly what happened there. Fine. In debugging it will goes to main. Please keep it in mind that the execution starts in C program from main. Okay, so this statement, see there is no output here. Fine, then click on next statement, it goes to hi. Now main function is executed, main function printf is executed, then it is going to hi. See, the execution changes from here to here. See how it changes. Fine. Hi, so it is executed. I am clicking here the next line, so it is not going to there. If I go to step into, it will definitely come, so I will show in next line. Fine. Again I am going to start step into. Fine. Now if I press step into, it will go there. See, it will go to the high function. Okay, now from here it went to here, so after executing that, it will come back to here. Fine, this is what the execution is. Fine, now let me show the another way to execute the same function. Fine, take this function, take the same function from there, keep it here, void high, then printf /n, then high. Fine, then the error may rise. See what is that error. Actually the error comes, but it changes to compiler to compiler. Here the declaration should be done here. Fine, so this declaration is void high like this. It should be declared like this at the top, then it need to be implemented here, then it need to be called in our program. So fine, this is how to execute a function. See the output is same, nothing is changed. Now let me give some parameters to that. Suppose I don't want to write here, actually I will write up, because if you write there we need to write 2 times. Fine, that is the thing. So I am creating a sum function and I am sending 2 variables for 2 numbers for that, and 10 and 30. Fine, now here sum is calculated in this function. We need to learn how these parameters are taken. See here, a comma into b, we need to take parameters like this. Here what happened actually is, this 10 and 30 is stored in a and b. Until this function is alive, these variables will be alive. When the pointer comes, when the execution comes out of this function, these variables will die. Okay, fine. This is called scope rules. We will tell in next tutorials. Fine, just learn it. If you give how many parameters you are giving here, that many variables should be created here. Fine. So in A you have 10, in B you have 30. I will print, it will be clarified for you. Value of A is %d, value of B is %d. Fine, then A comma B. Okay, then I need to give the sum of that. Fine, sum of them is %d. We can directly write here A plus B. So this line will be executed from here. This is the way of passing the parameters. See what is the output. The output will be 10 plus 30, 40 will be the output. See how the execution is done. Fine, I will debug and I will show the things clearly. Debugging window, watches. Fine, local variables. Then I am going to execute. Fine, it is now printf is executed there. Fine, there are no local variables here, you can see here. Now just step into that, you went there and see the 10 and 30 is stored in A and B. See, this is function arguments, it is shown clearly here. Fine, then it will be executed there and it will return back to return. Fine, return back to main function, and there are no variables, they are type. This is the thing. This is the execution of the functions. Fine guys, this is called the modular programming. This is the way to pass parameters and this is the way to call the functions. Fine, in next tutorial I am going to show how the values can be written to the main from the function. Not only sending but returning, the two-way communication between the functions. So don't miss the next tutorial. Keep practicing.